Morning from Cedar Point. Today we are going 223 foot in the sky. We're going to the top of Valravn for a coaster climb on the sunrise tour at Cedar Point. We're also going to be going behind the scenes in the maintenance sheds. Not totally sure what to expect from that, but really looking forward to getting to the top of Valravn, seeing those amazing views, and looking forward to sharing the views with you.
These are
Water dummies?
water dummies.
Hey.
Yes. Why do we have water dummies?
For testing.
For testing. Why do we need to test with water dummies?
It's for the waiting the train out.
Yeah, they know that there's going to be people in the car. So they expect that there's going to be waiting there, so we need to put water dummies in there. Can anyone guess how much these weigh when they're full? 200 pounds, 150 to 200 pounds, depending on how much water they put in them. So yeah, a lot of weights going inside of these guys. The caps are different on these ones because they fit in, the blue one would fit into a bigger seat. Holds more water. The red one is the same. That's what, at least what they told me. To me, they look the same. Okay. Hello, Blake. How are you? Doing well. Okay. Hey, question for you. Why is the cap different?
They're just different.
No, it's a different color. It's on the bigger seat.
You mean like
Somebody told me that it's blue.
So the water dummies are used in testing on Valravn before Valravn opens in the morning.
It's a different color. I got you. Okay. So we'll be seeing Blake here in a second. He's going to take you up to the top of Valravn. But right now, we're under the launch station. And so if we go up for this way, I can't fit too many people at one time. But we do about 3 or 4, and then I'll send you down. I'll show you kind of the understation of where we're going to be launched off. So 3 or 4 at a time. What you walk out onto to get onto the train, those platforms are called combs. The combs are right here. They're up by hydraulic lifts. Hydraulic lifts will lower those so that we can launch the train, and that's happening right here. So you'll be able to see that. This is the motherboard. This houses all of our fuses, the whole 9 yards. There's 3 on this side, 3 on the other side. The last thing we're going to talk about here is how the gates get opened and closed. As you can see, there's rods that will pivot and open the gates. The big thing here that we're going to talk about, though, are the sensors. That's the green light right there. If you were to shake the gate, you're going to trip the sensor. They're going to have to reset the whole ride. That's why they ask, please don't shake the gates. You're going to be able to see sensors like that all throughout this tour today. We'll talk about what they mean as we go on. Okay? Awesome. That's good. You can touch the wheel. You can actually pick up all the things that are right here. That's why we have them out for you. But Valravn is the only coaster on property that's 100% maintenance here. That's why there's this warehouse, and we're going to take you after here. We're going to go upstairs, and you're going to be able to see where they work on the trains. But 100% maintenance here. Everything else has to be taken to an off-site location to be worked on. So the maintenance guy, he actually just went around the corner. He might be upstairs when we go up there. We'll be able to answer all your questions about maintenance and all that fun stuff. All of this is able to be picked up. If anyone wants to try to pick up that shaft there. Any takers? Yeah, you got it. There we go. Heavier than you think. Yes, it's heavier than you think.
That is heavy.
Super, super heavy. There you go. That is the bogie suspension shaft. Yes, a lot of really cool stuff here. So this is the road wheel. This is what the train is going to sit on. These are, most things you'll see is best if used by. You'll see that written on it. These are best if used after. They have to sit for years before they can actually be used. So they'll sit for a while, and then we can actually use them. They only get changed out every 3 years. They don't get changed out that often. They don't need to be. Bearings get exchanged every few months, and they get re-greased every couple weeks. So the lift dog and the drop dog, we'll talk about that. So this is going to be what it links to. This is going to link to take you up, and then this is going to hang you off there. This is the drop dog. And so it's going to, this is going to click at the very end. That's going to initiate the chain that's going to pull you downwards. So you're pulled up, You pull down on this, right? It's a lot of fun. These are the guide wheels. You'll see them. So the top wheel is going to be the road wheel. That's what the coaster guides along the track. The guide wheels make sure it doesn't swivel on the rail. Okay. This guy, imagine you have to work with that one. Anyone want to pick this up? You have to turn that. Isn't that nuts? It's a crazy tool. I'll show you this upstairs as well. Not 100% sure what they use this for. I'm sure it's connected to the train in some type. This is going to be the brake pads. You'll see these upstairs. I'll point those out. This is a worn one. Obviously, it's time to change.
That's heavy.
The big wheel they are.
That's heavy.
Okay. You can pick up, you can move, you can do anything with this stuff. You can also touch this stuff upstairs. So, do we want to see all these on a train now?
Definitely.
Definitely. Let's go upstairs then.
Thank you.
The only restriction that B&M asks is that you don't take photos of their blueprints. That's it. So we've got blueprints. You're good to look through them. You're good to look at them. Just don't take photos of them. That's it. So we'll take a look here. So does that sound familiar to anybody? Yeah. So when you're going up the chain, that's clicking. Does anybody know what this does? Yes. So it's getting, every time that clicks, it's locking into place on the lift hill. And if anything were to happen with the chain were to release, anything, you're going to be stopped. It's going to lock you in. So this is going to fall back and lock right into place. That's what that clicking sound is. So there's no rollback down the lift hill. So we're going, and we go to the end, and boop, now we're falling down. That's the mechanic that releases you right there. I'm gonna put that back up if anybody else wants to mess with it. This stuff is oily. We will be washing our hands before breakfast, but if you wanted to use it, you could. Do know that it's just, obviously we're in a garage right now, so things are a little nasty. But you are able to 100% touch, move around, touch the wheels. The only thing about the front is they're Vaseline right here for the bugs. That's the only thing I've just cautioned against touching.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so they could just wipe the bugs off and Vaseline them. So yes, these are all operating trains. You will see these operate. This is actually in the holding station right now. But when they need to use it, this over here will come across, and they will hold this train up and put it right on the track. So it's actually, that's what you're looking at, is an operational train. We could be riding on it this morning. Yes, we're good? All good. Okay, we'll be down in the field now.
Oh, look at that. So geeky. So cool.
So they all are freely spinning and freely rotating. And this gold is all hand applied. This is all actual gold.
We are now 223 feet high at the top of Valravn. It's a little bit misty this morning, but the views are still magnificent. Especially when you look at the point of no return. For the coaster geeks out there like me, here's some brake shot creds. It's always good to see the brakes. Close-up action of the track there. Sturz, how are you finding this?
This is absolutely incredible. Wow.
You loving it?
I am, yeah.
Good stuff. It's well worth the money, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
The views up here really are incredible. So we're now back on the ground after walking up to the top of Valravn, or being lifted up to the top of Valravn. We're now going to ride Valravn after having breakfast. Mark, are you enjoying the VIP sunrise tour?
On this, recommend it to anybody.
Yeah.
The views on top of Valravn, spot on. You know what I mean? It's been absolutely brilliant. Obviously, I've been in the staff canteen and everything. It's just days. Everything about it so far. Obviously, seeing the behind the scenes and you know, being able to like touch like the wheels and move them around and stuff like that. So yeah, spot on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And just everyone's so friendly. Like obviously, what the two staff that's taking us around, Mary and Cole. You know what I mean? It's
Just
really
super friendly.
Super friendly. They're just so talkative, and you can see they actually, you know, love working for the company. It's just an amazing experience.
Yeah,
Can't
definitely.
recommend this enough.
So yeah, we will shortly be taking our first rides of the day on Valravn. It's a little bit cold, it's a little bit misty, but it hasn't dampened our experience. It's been a really good morning so far.
This is what turns on the control panel. This is how we put it in different modes, so auto, manual, and transfer. We always run it in auto. Maintenance bypass, if maintenance ever has to bypass something, they will flip this on and then bypass wherever they need to. Acknowledge is what we use to clear errors. So if we get an error, maintenance will have us clear the error using this button. This is our dispatch ready light, so whenever a train is ready to be dispatched, this will light up. If it's not lit up, but we're ready to send a train, we can't send it, so everyone has to step off their pad and then step back on, and then the light will turn on. This is our gates control, so this is what closes the gates. If we're in automatic mode, the gates will open on their own, but we have to manually close them. These two buttons is, if we're in manual mode, this is what lowers and raises the floor. These two buttons are our dispatch buttons, so whenever we're ready to send a train, they will all be standing on their pads, putting up their clears, and then the control host will announce over the PA system, all clear, and then press these buttons. These buttons are going to lower the floor, start the drive wheels to move the train out, and then start the drive tires out there to bring the next train in, and then raise up the floor. This is what we use to lock and unlock the restraints. This is an e-stop lockout, so whenever we have to go into a danger zone, we will flip this off and then put locks on it. This is our e-stop button. We only ever press this if the ride is on fire or there's a piece of track missing. If we need to stop the ride for whatever reason, we're going to use a ride stop or the ride stop button. Ride stop is just going to stop every train where it would normally stop, while e-stop completely cuts off all power to the ride. This is a drop start button, so the drop up there, this is what's going to start that. Ride start is what starts the ride, and then lift start starts the lift. And then if someone presses an e-stop and they pull it back up, we have to press this button to reset it, and then lift stop just stops the lift.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you have a great view as well out of the window there,
Yes.
looking out onto the station. That's cool. So the next part of the sunrise tour is a ride on Valravn. Currently Valravn is going through the last couple of checks before it can be opened up to the public. Valravn is on the early morning riding for hotel guests and season pass holders. So it'll be opening up soon, and I would imagine we'll be on the first trains of the day. There is a possibility that one of the trains is going to be taken off, so if that is the case, we'll hopefully be able to get it on camera, because that would be really cool to see. How cool was that, seeing the controls?
To be talked through that's spot on. It's not something that you see all the time.
No.
And to be honest with you, I don't think it's actually part of
No, I don't think it is.
the tour. They just said
Sorry.
we could do it, and that's, you know, it's really cool to see obviously all the buttons that they can use and putting it in manual mode and stuff like that. It's just so good to see. So it's so refreshing that the park can be so open about it.
Yeah.
To say, look, this is how it all works.
Yeah.
You know, to us who come on and you're like really interested in, you know, how the ride operates and everything that they go through in the morning. It's just so refreshing to see.
Let's hope they take a train off, eh? Be exciting to see.
I hope so.
clear. All clear. Base 16 open. All clear. Access starter. All clear.
silence amongst the group as we're watching fascination as the transfer track comes back over into place. Was two. One in the station and one at the top of the brake run. Behind the scenes tour is of Millennium Force, Cedar Point's former world record holder for the tallest roller coaster in the world. It's an Intamin Giga coaster and it's going to be great to see the workings of another one of the famous rides here at Cedar Point. I have to say we're totally geeking out at how much we saw on Valravn. Seeing the control panel and the transfer track was a total surprise for all of us.
Gather right around this way.
Intamin wheels. How cool. So we are currently under the station of Millennium Force. So I'd imagine this train will be moving anytime soon. It's above us.
Right now we're under Millennium Force here. Does anybody know what this is called that's coming back? Any of my roller coaster?
Cable lift?
So they call it catch cars.
Catch cars.
Yeah, it's a catch car system. And so we're just like an elevator shaft. They're gonna link up to this. You'll see it catch in here in a second. It's gonna catch the car. It's almost there. Boom. And then that's going to lift the train up. It's gonna be almost vertical. And then using a weight, it's gonna fall straight back. We'll watch that send off here real quick. This is one of the only rides, or this is the only ride that uses a catch car system here at Cedar Point. Top thrill, that one slings you. Well, maybe it has a catch car system. So it's the one that it extends the upper ramp basically. Okay, so it's gonna shoot up, and then we're gonna take it back. Awesome. Our next part is we're gonna head back this way. We just saw a transfer. When they do transfers here, same system. This is going to slide over, and then the cars are going to rest, and then back over here. All the trains are going to rest down. Awesome. Now we're going to head up this way.
Shots at the ready.
So the catch car system, you can hear it falling back. There it is. Slide right back into place. Perfect. Yeah, there you go. We're gonna get your photo right next to that danger do not enter sign. I love it. Okay.
Geeking out, are you?
Mate, we was under a train when it went out.
Perfect.
I was just speechless. I just didn't think we'd see that. There's the cash car, and there's the train going out, and it's just like...
There he goes.
Awesome. Yes. Just point and shoot, eh?
I never thought I'd be walking beneath Millennium Force today. This roller coaster is a monster, it's so tall. The access we're getting on this tour from Cedar Point is incredible. We have of course paid for this tour, but it is just incredible. We're seeing so much more than what we bargained for here. We thought we were doing a coaster climb and going to have a quick look at Valravn. We've already seen so much more than we thought we were going to see. It's just so good. And I am geeking out so much. Millennium Force is on 3 trains, so it's quite frequently going to be going up over our heads. Sides. Yeah, it's quite tall when you stand here.
It's super tall. So this is where the magic happens. This is going to be releasing. It's actually sending the track down right now. You can see it, the catch car. And it releases that. And that's going to also be the pulley that pulls it up as well. Right here. This is where all the magic happens. We can wait for one if you'd like. This is also the breeding grounds for lost items.
Yeah.
Phones, keys. At the end of the night, they'll walk through here and pick up so much stuff. This is where it all gets collected.
This is why you have lockers.
This is why we have lockers.
Yeah.
This is why we have lockers. There's a few spots I'll be able to show you that are just the breeding grounds of lost items. You'll be able to pick up just crazy stuff. Awesome. Okay, so our next stop. You have a question?
I think you might be enjoying yourself.
I mean, let's turn it right. So, how many people get to stand this close
to Millennium Force?
You know what I mean? It's just like, basically you're watching all that and then trains rattling above your head. Oh man.
So before I talked about the button you have to push, that they're gonna do maintenance on the ramp. So they check the track, and that's what they have to do every morning. And so the computer knows that they did that. They have to push a button, and the button is directly above us. You see where that ladder is? Yeah. At the very base. So they have to come halfway down that hill to push the button just to let the computer know they did their track every morning. Somebody does that from maintenance. Every morning. Okay.
I thought to it right up in there.
So we are stood beneath the exit of the second launch of Maverick. Probably one of the best coaster elements in this whole park is the second launch on Maverick. There's quite a lot of the group with PB that has not been on Maverick yet. They are going to love it.
Second train jump.
So we're just waiting on the train to come off the second launch now. That is so fast. Next part of the tour is is a look at Steel Vengeance. Must admit I wasn't expecting this, so I'm all good with this. I'm not sure how much we're going to see of it. The ride doesn't open till 12 o'clock, but it's still going to be good to see it. I think we're going to go, by the looks of it, we're going through into the middle of where the ride is. Be interested if we could learn a little bit about Mean Streak, which it was before Steel Vengeance, before RMC got their hands on it. Well, yeah, this is again somewhere that none of us have been before in this park, so we should get some nice close-up shots. Just a shame it's not running. Hopefully they'll start testing it, ready for when they do open. Paparazzi mark, GoPro and phone.
I'm not messing about on this one.
Steel Vengeance breaks all the world records for a hybrid coaster. Tallest, steepest, longest, most inversions. This most airtime at 30 seconds for a 3.5 minute ride. It's crazy. It also takes all of your things. So things in your back pocket, things on your side. Last year was the first year it was open, and they found 20 to 30 things a day, and it was right here. Remember at the bottom Millennium Force, I said the breeding ground of all lost things? This is where they would walk and find all the lost things for Steel Vengeance. 20 phones a day they would find here. Absolutely crazy. So typically, if it's running, I have great ride photos for you, but unfortunately it's not running right now. But my workers are requesting that we stay on this side. We can do a photo with the background being the drop, if you want. Yes. And I won't be able, I don't think I'm going to be able to get you into the inversion area right there, because they're working.
We have come to the end of the VIP Sunrise Tour here at Cedar Point. It has been an excellent tour. Mark, what has been your highlight?
I don't think I can name one highlight. I've got to be honest with you, from start to finish, that is exceptional. It's well worth the money paid for it. You know what I mean? It's just like, yeah, we got the bonus of going in the Valravn cabin and stuff like that, but seeing the inner workings of everything on Valravn and then going on to Millennium Force, literally being able to watch the catch car send a train out while you're underneath it. It's just amazing. It was just speechless by it all. The access that we got, and you're going round and you're learning everything about like Millennium Force, Valravn, going behind on Maverick. I mean, we were stood at the end of the launch track, basically underneath the second launch on Maverick, while trains are just whizzing over your head. It's just like this is heaven. It is simply outstanding. And then obviously then going into Steel Vengeance and standing in the middle of the area, it's just, oh man, words cannot describe how good that is. And again, I'd just like to thank Murray and Cole for taking us round. It's absolutely exceptional, really. And it's just, I literally am speechless on it. It's been so good.
Would you do it again? For $150 again? Would you do it again?
I've said earlier on to people that I'd gladly have paid like $350, $400 for the access that we've had today. It's been absolutely exceptional. They just literally couldn't do enough for us. You know what I mean? It's just literally like, oh, we're coming here, you're allowed to touch like the wheels and stuff like that, you know, everything you wanted. You could basically just ask them and they'll try and help you out with it. It's absolutely amazing.
Brilliant. Steve,
yeah,
you enjoy that?
Yeah, it was very good. I think that our guides were very knowledgeable. Yeah, everything. So asking questions, they knew the answers to, and they were really good with us. We got to see lots of extras as well. Yeah. So we got to see a bit of transfer action on Valravn, which most people don't get to see. So it was really good. And if you do come out here, I would definitely recommend trying to get onto this tour, because it just makes it a little bit special. Yeah. And we do get some fast passes and some things as well, so you can have your own day as well as having this tour in the morning. And it's been a great start to the day. So
can I push you for a highlight?
A highlight? Probably having a ride in the little lift thing going up to the top of Valravn. That was quite interesting. I enjoyed that.
Cool. Highlight, John?
Well, I think the highlight, definitely up to the top of Valravn. I was a bit worried about it this morning, even though I like going on roller coasters, not want to be unsupported, like 500 foot in the air. But that was fantastic this morning. Probably a great way to wake me up, being stood at like 225 foot in the air. seeing the entire Cedar Point. It's a bit more magical, is it, in mist and everything as well. We've seen all this for miles, but it's just a great day. It's obviously it's a long walking. It's a lot of walking if you're doing it, but I'd definitely recommend it. You get obviously behind the scenes of rides and pick you up opportunities you'll never get. Just brilliant. I'd say it's definitely recommend if you ever come to Cedar Point, they're running it and you can afford it. I'd definitely say to try and give it a go.
Brilliant. Thank you very much, John. And we now have our fast lane. So, Studs, we'll get your opinion in a sec. But I'd just like to say on camera, a big thanks to Mary.
Oh, thank you.
Totally appreciate it. And a big thanks to Cole as well, who's a little bit tied up at the minute, but big up you guys. Thank you very much for an excellent tour.
Of course. Thank you for coming. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Studs, what has been your highlight?
Definitely the trip to the top of Valravn.
Brilliant.
That was just fantastic. Seeing the park, especially with the mist as well, it created a bit of atmosphere. Great for pictures as well. And the views were just spectacular. It was just great. Loved it.
Excellent. Stu, what's been your highlight?
Top of Valravn. It didn't seem that high when it was on the ride 2 days ago, but when it got up there, it's like, oh my god. Oh my god, that was high.
Excellent. Alright, let's get one last opinion before I do a little wrap up. Jimmy, what has been your highlight?
Going to the top of Valravn.
Top of Valravn.
When we were in that lift and it stopped.
Yeah, when it stopped.
Yeah, that was the best bit.
Enjoy the tour overall?
Yeah, it was excellent.
Excellent. So I'll...
Power release bird, to be honest. Just do enough for you, and the tour guys were brilliant. So.
Brilliant. I'll pass the camera over to Mark and do a little wrap up.
Highlights for me, definitely seeing the Valravn control panel and the transfer track. Did not expect to see either of those. It was a bit of a surprise just while they were doing some little bits of maintenance on the ride. So to see those two things in action was just amazing, and it made me want to be a ride-up again, to be honest, because just seeing the control panel, which is a very modern control panel for Valravn, it's only like a 3-year-old coaster, so seeing like a really modern control panel on the ride was amazing, and just seeing how a B&M coaster works, really. It's not something we get to see very often. As well though, just being taken to the top of Valravn, the view was incredible. It was misty, it wasn't really a sunrise tour because there was no sun, but the views and the mist and the eeriness of the park was really cool. Like, for example, you couldn't see the top front dragster or Millennium Force, which is just a little bit weird, but it was just so cool. I would, without doubt, if the dates worked out, do this tour again. I'd have no hesitation about doing it again. It is brilliant. Well worth the money. You get fast lane thrown in, you get park entry, you get breakfast, you get dinner. Being able to go in the canteen and sit with the staff having breakfast before we went on Valravn was cool as well. And it was nice to feel so welcome amongst the staff who didn't sort of make it feel awkward that we were in their sacred sort of place. You don't really want people seeing what you're doing when you're on your break at work, so for them to all just kind of be like welcoming and hi, how you doing and stuff like that, it was just amazing. What I would love to do on one of these tours is I'd love to see Magnum XL included, which probably won't surprise anyone, but I'd love to see the transfer track in action and just see sort of an old ride system compared to like Valravn's and just see the difference in technology. I think that would really appeal to people as well. And I think as well, something that Cedar Point could maybe consider is doing lift walks on Magnum, because the views back to Steel Vengeance and all the rest of the park would be incredible. But I can't knock this tour, it's been incredible. If you're coming to Cedar Point, do the sunrise tour. Yes, it costs a lot of money. It is worth every single penny. Just give it a go. That is the end from us for now. We're going to go back on the park now. We're going to do a vlog from day 2 at Cedar Point. So we've got less hours than we had on the first day. But we're going to do rides that we didn't do on the first day, like Corkscrew, Gemini, Steel Vengeance for me, and stuff like that. So we're going to do another vlog, and that'll be on the channel from tomorrow. Thanks for watching. We'll see you then.